In the busy working-class city of Rosario, Argentina, a boy was born who would one day carry the hopes of a nation on his small shoulders. Lionel Andres Messi was not set up for an easy life. He was small, quiet, from a family that didn't have a lot of money. His dad Jorge worked in a steel factory. His mom Celia cleaned houses part-time. From the moment he could walk, a soccer ball seemed stuck to his left foot. He played with his older brother Rodrigo. He played with his older brother Matias. He played with his cousin Maximiliano. He played with his cousin Emmanuel Biancucci. The ball was his way of talking. The ball was his happiness. The ball was his escape. Seeds of greatness were planted on those streets. His talent was clear to anyone who watched. At 6 years old, Messi joined Newell's Old Boys, a tiny magician dribbling past bigger boys. The crowd would go quiet, watching in amazement. His grandma Celia was his biggest fan. She pushed for him to play against bigger boys. Her belief never changed. Every goal today is for her. He points to the sky. He was amazing, but a problem was coming. At 10 years old, a health problem threatened to end his dream. Doctors discovered a growth hormone deficiency. He needed expensive medicine. It cost about $1,000 a month. His family and club couldn't afford it. But fate had other plans. Word reached scouts across the ocean. Carlos Rexach of FC Barcelona heard about him. Barcelona set up a tryout in Spain. The family flew to a new continent with only hope. With no paper handy, he wrote a contract on a napkin. Barcelona agreed to pay all medical costs. That promise would change football history. Moving to Spain was a big cultural and emotional shock for the young Messi. He was shy and quiet by nature. Now he was in a foreign country, away from many of his friends and family. He was even getting daily shots for his growth treatment. He found comfort where he always did, on the soccer field. At Barcelona's famous youth academy La Masia, he was quiet in the locker room at first, but exploded with energy on the field. His new teammates were future stars like Cesc Fabregas, Gerard Piqué. They were amazed. They'd never seen anyone like him. He moved with a speed and accuracy that didn't seem possible. His low center of gravity let him turn quickly and keep the ball stuck to his feet. His journey through La Masia was super fast. He was the best in every age group he played in. Coaches and staff whispered his name with respect. Before long, first-team players were hearing about the little Argentine wonder. The great Ronaldinho, Barcelona's biggest star then, was one of the first to notice. He saw the quiet teenager as the one who would take his place. Ronaldinho famously said Messi would soon be better than him. On May 1, 2005, that prediction began to come true. A 17-year-old Messi came on as a substitute. Helped by a clever chip from Ronaldinho, he scored his first official goal, a beautiful lob. He became the club's youngest ever league scorer at the time. This was the start of an era of amazing success for Messi and FC Barcelona. Over the next 15 years, he went from promising youngster to the clear king of soccer. He broke record after record, becoming Barcelona's all-time top goal scorer, La Liga's all-time top scorer, and the player with the most assists in soccer history. He was the heart and soul of a team that played beautiful football. They won an astonishing 35 trophies together, including 10 La Liga titles and 4 UEFA Champions League Cups. His genius powered Barcelona's golden age, a time they were often unbeatable. Messi won the Ballon d'Or, the world's best player award, a record 8 times. 6 of those came while he wore Barcelona blue and red. He rewrote what's possible, scoring 91 goals in the calendar year 2012, a feat that still seems almost impossible. No story of Lionel Messi's career is complete without talking about the amazing rivalry that defined a whole generation of soccer. Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. It was a clash of giants, a perfect storm, 2 super talented players reaching their best at the same time. Barcelona, Real Madrid. This wasn't just a competition. It was a battle of ideas, styles, personalities. Messi was the quiet, humble genius, a product of an academy focused on teamwork. Ronaldo was the strong, exciting athlete, a self-made star built through hard work and dedication. Their differences only made the rivalry more exciting. A weekly show played out on the biggest stage. For 9 seasons in La Liga, the world was glued to their duel. Every El Clasico match was more than just a game. It was another chapter in their personal story. Who would score more goals? Who would make the game-winning play? The debate raged in pubs, playgrounds, TV studios around the world. Are you Team Messi or Team Ronaldo? This friendly but tough competition pushed both players to amazing heights. If one scored 3 goals on Saturday, the other seemed sure to match or beat it on Sunday. They traded Ballon d'Or awards year after year, creating a situation where only they won for more than 10 years, forcing each other to constantly get better. The rivalry was a gift to soccer fans. It gave a story, a weekly show that made the game more interesting around the world. It gave fans a reason to care deeply about every single match, every goal, every record. The constant comparison, while sometimes annoying for the players, made them even greater. Messi himself has said that having Ronaldo around pushed him to be better, and Ronaldo has said the same thing. Their respect for each other was clear, a quiet understanding that they were part of something special. They were 2 kings sharing a throne, each making the other's reign more legendary. In the end, the Messi-Ronaldo rivalry made the sport much richer. It wasn't about deciding who was definitely better. Instead, it was about watching 2 of the greatest athletes in history push the limits of what people can do. When Ronaldo left Real Madrid for Juventus in 2018, it marked the end of an era in Spanish soccer. The weekly showdown was over, but the memory of their competition remains, a golden chapter in the history of the beautiful game that will be talked about for hundreds of years to come. In the summer of 2021, the soccer world was completely shocked. Because of money rules in Spain, FC Barcelona couldn't renew Lionel Messi's contract, ending his 21-year love story with the club. The pictures of a crying Messi at his goodbye press conference were heartbreaking, a clear reminder that even the best stories can have unexpected endings. It was a moment of deep sadness and uncertainty. Where would the king go now? Paris Saint-Germain quickly signed him. PSG, a club with lots of money and big goals. He joined a team full of stars. Neymar, Kylian Mbappé. His time in Paris was a mixed experience. On paper, the attacking trio was a dream. Messi, Neymar, Mbappé. But soccer is more complicated than a list of famous names. PSG won Ligue 1 in both of his seasons there. The Champions League stayed out of reach. For Messi, it was about adapting to new things. He wasn't the clear center like at Barcelona. He helped others more now, using vision and passing to create chances. He still made magical plays, but it never felt as natural or as happy as in Catalonia. After 2 seasons, he made another move that shocked the sport, differently this time. He turned down a huge offer from Saudi Arabia. He passed on a possible return to Barcelona. He chose a new adventure in the United States with Inter Miami CF. This wasn't just about soccer. It was how he wanted to live. His family, a new kind of challenge. Co-owned by David Beckham, Inter Miami was a young club with big dreams. Messi's arrival was one of the biggest moments in MLS history. It brought global attention to the league. The impact was immediate and insane. Messi mania took over the United States. Ticket prices soared. Stadiums sold out. MLS streaming subscriptions exploded. On the field, he changed everything. He led Inter Miami to its first-ever trophy, the League's Cup. He scored and assisted constantly, giving endless highlights. His presence lifted the team and put a global spotlight on MLS. By choosing America for the final chapter, Messi became a leader, opening the door to a new era of soccer in the USA and inspiring a new generation of fans. For all his success at the club level, Lionel Messi's journey with the Argentine national team was long and often sad, heartbreak, and almost winning. He carried the huge burden of a soccer-crazy nation desperate for Maradona-era glory. For years, it seemed he was unlucky. The FIFA World Cup final against Germany and Brazil. The Copa America final loss to Chile. The Copa America final loss to Chile. The criticism at home was often very harsh. Some questioned his passion, his leadership, and his ability to win for his country the way he did for Barcelona. The pressure was huge, and in 2016, after another final loss, he briefly quit the national team, completely heartbroken. But he couldn't stay away. His love for his country was just too strong. He came back, driven by a strong desire to win a big trophy for Argentina. Things started to change with the new coach, Lionel Scaloni, who built a team around Messi that was more than just a group of individuals. It was like a family. This new unity and spirit led to a big win in 2021 at the famous Maracanã Stadium in Brazil. Argentina beat their biggest rivals Brazil in the Copa America final, giving Messi his first major international trophy. The pictures of his teammates happily throwing him in the air were a strong sign that a heavy burden was finally lifted. That win was just the start of the ultimate triumph. The 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar was his last dance, his last chance to win the one prize that had escaped him, the one that would make him known as the clear greatest of all time. The tournament was like a movie, full of drama and emotion. After a shocking first loss to Saudi Arabia, Messi carried the team on his back. He scored important goals, made magical assists, and led Argentina through a series of tense knockout games. The final against France is widely thought of as the greatest soccer match ever played. Messi scored twice, but a Kylian Mbappé hat-trick sent the game to a penalty shootout. As Messi calmly put his penalty kick into the net, the world held its breath. When the final kick sealed the victory, the outpouring of emotion was huge. Lionel Messi had finally done it. He stood on the podium, wearing a traditional bisht, and lifted the golden trophy, creating an iconic image that will honestly be remembered forever. The boy from Rosario had conquered the world. Lionel Messi's amazing success has brought him a lot of money. With an estimated net worth in the hundreds of millions, he is one of the highest-paid athletes ever. His money comes from his club salary, brand deals, Adidas, brand deals, Pepsi, brand deals, Lay's. He lives a life that shows his status, a collection of fancy cars, beautiful homes in Barcelona, Paris, Miami, and homes in his hometown, Rosario. He often travels by private jet, balancing commitments across continents. Yet, despite the fortune and the lifestyle, what truly makes Messi who he is his humbleness. He has never forgotten where he came from. At the center of his world is his family. With his wife Antonella, childhood friends from Rosario. Their love story has lasted through fame and global attention. Their son Tiago, their son Mateo, their son Ciro, Messi playing with his boys on the field after a match, sharing real family moments on social media. That connection to family and roots keeps him grounded. A superstar who finds joy in simple, quiet moments at home. This humbleness shows in his work off the field. In 2007, he started the Leo Messi Foundation to improve education and healthcare for kids. His own childhood health struggles drive his dedication. Partnership with UNICEF, funding projects, building classrooms, funding projects, providing medical supplies. He rarely talks about it. He lets his actions speak. In the end, Messi's legacy isn't just goals. It isn't just the records. It isn't just the trophies. It's the journey. A small boy with a growth problem dared to dream beyond limits. It's about never giving up. It's about hard work and a heart that never stopped loving the game. He inspires millions as a symbol of hope. His story proves determination and humility beat obstacles. More than the king of soccer, an inspiration whose greatness comes from the heart. From a sick child in Rosario, Argentina, to the greatest player football has ever seen, Lionel Messi is proof that greatness isn't about size, strength, or money. It's about heart, passion, and the will to never give up. This is the legacy of Leo Messi.